President-elect Donald J. Trump is already outlining his plans. In a recent video on X, Donald Trump revealed his intention to take on the deep state and restore accountability in government. In total, he outlined 10 key actions he will take. These actions range from removing rogue bureaucrats to cleansing corrupt national security and intelligence agencies like the CIA, the FBI, the NSA. Trump also claimed he will expose the hoaxes and abuses of power that have been tearing our country apart. This is exactly why they've tried to stop him from getting into office, because he's determined to remove corrupt people from the power of America. Now, after his last term, he claimed that he didn't know just how deep the swamp was until he got in it. Now he has a chance to drain the swamp once and for all. And former House Speaker Newt Gingrich said on Fox News tonight, he said, "This is a man who knows how to be president, who's had the last 3.5 years to think through his mistakes and his strengths and exactly how he wants to rebuild a better America." Now, in response to Trump's landslide victory, California Governor Gavin Newsom is doing whatever he can to Trump-proof California. These two are now going back and forth on social media. His current goal is to craft new legislation that would protect the state from any potential efforts by the Trump administration to impose additional restrictions on California. Newsom stated, "The freedoms we hold dear in California are under attack, and we won't sit idle. California has faced this challenge before, and we know how to respond." What exactly is Donald Trump going to do to California that would make it worse? You've already put yourselves in a bad situation. Now, over on Truth Social, Trump responded, he is using the term Trump-proof as a way of stopping all of the great things that can be done to make California great again. But I just overwhelmingly won the election. People are being forced to leave due to his and others' insane policy decisions. By the way, did you know that post-election results are showing that California is now more red thanks to Donald Trump than it's been since Ronald Reagan? Literally, it's been a renaissance, a reawakening of conservative values, people that want family, faith, and freedom at the forefront. People that want America first instead of illegal immigrant first. Now, I have a feeling many in California want a more affordable life. They want to pay less taxes. They want more affordable gas at the pump and more affordable groceries. The government is the main problem for California, and it's not because of Donald J. Trump. Now, Newsom's plans may sound great to his supporters. I would argue he's just putting on a show. Who knows? Maybe he's already setting the stage to run for president in 2028. But at the end of the day, Trump will be the most powerful man in the world, and Gavin Newsom, he'll just be one other person trying to stand in the way of making America great again. Now, I personally look forward to seeing what Trump and the Trump administration can do to revamp California's policies, lower taxes, and make food more affordable. Trump also outlined on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast how California could almost double the amount of water that they have by making one or two small policy changes, all of which Gavin Newsom and Democrats have fought Trump on at every step. But I have a feeling Trump is going to get his way. By the way, don't forget to sign up for my newsletter down below and enter to win an amazing Trump shirt. As a thank you for Donald Trump winning, I'm giving away dozens and dozens of Trump t-shirts. Just follow that link down below to yourbridgeplan.com. Enter your name, your t-shirt size, and your email. The winners will be selected on Sunday. Now, Nancy Pelosi is also trying to pick a fight. She is now putting the blame for Kamala's loss back on Joe Biden, even though she was a key figure in the coup against Joe Biden. Nancy Pelosi remarked, had the president exited sooner, we might have seen other candidates enter the race. The expectation was that if he stepped aside, there could be an open primary. But since he endorsed Kamala Harris immediately, it made a primary nearly impossible at that time. If it had happened much earlier, things would have been different. Now, these are all lies. This is actually a big lie by disgraced former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. She instigated a coup against Joe Biden. That is the truth. She didn't want a primary. That is the truth. She wanted Kamala Harris. That is the truth. Also, Pelosi knew that under the rules, the $250 million raised for Biden-Harris would have to be returned to donors, so they installed Kamala Harris. Now, I'm guessing those donors wish they could have their money back. Now, this is hilarious. Pelosi and her Democrat friends hid Biden's mental condition for so long, and now they're blaming it on him for the loss. Maybe Biden would have stepped down earlier if Democrats didn't defend him as brilliant, sharp as a tack, and smarter than Donald Trump for so long. But they chose to ignore it, and now they're reaping the whirlwind. Additionally, White House press secretary claimed they lost because Democrats gave too much attention to anti-Trump rhetoric. She stated, there were many headwinds here. Here was sexism. There was racism. All of this is true, but I think that there is a real question I hope people start looking at about people who are listening to. In my view, there was an over-listening to them and an over-lifting up of people who left Trump and not people who left the Democrat Party. By the way, Jen Psaki is just full of crap. First off, you blame the loss of voters by calling Democrat voters sexist. You blame voters by calling them racist. How is this a winning message? Hey, by the way, do me a favor. Will you send this video to a Democrat family member or friend so that they can hear that former White House press secretary Jen Psaki says that you're all a bunch of racist sexists, and that's why we lost. Such a losing strategy. But it gets worse. Sunny Hostin over on The View said Trump won Latino-heavy parts of Texas that used to be Democrat because Latinos are misogynists and sexists. Alyssa Farah said, no, it's because of a border issue. So Sunny Hostin doubled down saying, no, it's because misogynists and sexists. So again, please share this video with a Hispanic or a Latino near you so that they know that they are welcome in the Republican Party. And if you want to celebrate family, faith, and freedom going forward, you're always welcome. But if you want your own party to call you a misogynist, sexist, racist, then go ahead and stick with the Democrat Party. They're a losing party anyway. So in basic terms, Psaki is arguing that Democrats focus too much on courting ex-Trump supporters as opposed to courting ex-Democrat supporters. Either way, like, why don't you just say what you're going to do for the country? It's pathetic. I've said this 100 times on my show. Trump talked about how to make your life safer, happier, and more affordable. And Democrats, all they talked about was Donald Trump. In fact, Charlie Kirk, the head of Turning Point USA, the largest Republican ground game group in the nation, pointed out Democrats are in huge trouble and Trump broke them. Here's what he had to say. We need to take a moment and appreciate just how dominant Trump's win really was. Democrats have no hopeful trend to look to. In 2016, Trump won, but he did worse than Mitt Romney did in lots of the country. He bled support in suburban and urban areas. He made red areas redder and blue areas bluer. But by 2024, everything changed. Trump had made red America redder than ever before, but he made blue America redder than it's been in a generation. Miami-Dade County is 22 points more Republican than 8 years ago. It's more Republican than any year since the Ronald Reagan 1984 landslide. America's most Hispanic major city is also more Republican. Cook County is 11 points more Republican than 4 years ago. Trump is the first Republican to break 30% since 1988. Trump made Boston, Detroit, New York City, Fairfax County, Memphis, Tennessee, and Philadelphia at least 5 points more Republican. Starr County, Texas is 98% Hispanic, the most Hispanic county in the country, and had literally never voted Republican in its entire history until Tuesday. Donald Trump got 57% of the vote. That's insane. Anson County, North Carolina is 45% Black and only voted Republican once in 1972. But Donald Trump just flipped it red with no room to spare. He won it by 3 points, the same amount he won all of North Carolina. So a predominantly Hispanic county goes to Donald Trump. A predominantly Black county goes to Donald Trump. And exit polls in Texas show that Trump didn't just win the white vote, he won outright minorities of both Hispanic and Asian voters. Exit polls show Trump won American Indians nationwide. The entire country has revolted against the Democrat vision for America. I mean, this is insane. Let me know your thoughts down below. Like, Donald Trump made America redder by more than anything we've seen since the great Ronald Reagan. Now, after Russian President Putin claimed he is ready to speak with Trump about ending the war with Ukraine, Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko congratulated him for his victory, calling him a powerhouse. Lukashenko stated, if he ends the war, we'll petition for the Nobel Prize. He'll be rewarded for doing a good job. America was ready to elect a Black president, but America is not ready to elect a woman. So it's a little bit confusing, right? So Lukashenko is leaning into the comments made by President Obama that America is sexist. However, he's also saying Donald Trump deserves the Nobel Prize for ending the Russia-Ukraine war. So I find it really weird that this dude is saying that Trump should become a Nobel Prize winner, but that America is sexist for electing a male president, which I find just kind of hilarious because Lukashenko himself is a male president. Gosh. All right. Now, even though most world leaders seem to welcome Trump's return, NATO chief James Stavrid warned there still may be tension within NATO. He stated, there will be a lot of internal tension within the alliance. It'll stem from two things. One is increased pressure from the Trump administration for European allies to increase their defense spending. Secondly, there will be tension about Ukraine and the way forward. Now, it's sad that there will be tension because countries will be forced to pay their fair share. But that's exactly how it should be. The American people, we're sick and tired of being abused. Our taxpayer money should go towards America and American citizens. So Trump is absolutely going to demand that NATO nations pay their fair share, or America will leave NATO altogether. Now, lastly, Trump said during his final 4 years, he will do all he can to get Congress to agree to term limits on members of Congress. He knows that this is what the American people want. And as a popular president, he has to do what the American people want in order to improve the country. Now, let me know in the comments, wouldn't that be amazing? Do you want term limits on members of Congress? If yes, type Y. And if no, type N. I'm a big Y. I'm a definite yes. But Trump knows that this could be his most difficult task yet, because members of Congress are not going to vote to put themselves out of work, just like members of Congress are not going to vote to ban themselves from insider stock trading. It's just not going to happen, but we'll see if Trump can get it done. I mean, he did get Roe v. Wade overturned after all. All right, now before you go sign up for that newsletter. Down below, you will find a link, yourbridgeplan.com. You can sign up there. Also, 50 of you are going to win a cool Donald Trump t-shirt as a way of congratulating President Trump for becoming the 47th president of the United States. All right, I love you guys. Have a great weekend. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, stay amazing, and I will see you